The whole time that I was working in global debt capital markets, law and banking I always missed feeling that I was doing something intrinsically worthwhile. And I think what I do now is I'd read avidly since I was a child, and I knew that the world was bigger. And when you're brought up in a small country town, I just wanted a way to learn about the world. I was so shy, I was basically crippled with shyness, and I loved behavioural science. I mean, I really, really loved it. It was so good for my self-confidence and made me feel like I could do whatever I wanted to do. I went back to the same area that I grew up in and practiced as a social worker, but then I got into rock climbing, and that was the end of me. Rock climbing is an interesting thing because it's a bit like a chess game when you're up there, except you make the wrong move, you peel off, and you have to sort of balance risk against reward. I got a scholarship later on and studied law in London and then went to work as an investment banker. But I think the thread through it is that sort of risk-reward balance. That's the fundamentals of banking skills. And then what I do now is I invest in early-stage tech startups, and that's a very high-risk asset to invest in, but it's also a very exciting place to invest too, because it's like really cutting-edge technology and with the potential to really change the world. So it's very exciting, I love it. We've got a problem in Australia where that sort of unconscious gender bias it still does impact investment decisions. So you've got a lot less capital being deployed to female founders. And it also flies in the face of all the stats, and there's a lot of research out there. Women founders and women managers, they do a better job at generating better returns for investors. So in the face of that, they're still getting less funding. So myself and Michelle Deek, who founded One Ventures, and Ingrid Mass, who founded the Woolworths Fund, but the three of us got together and got some funding to start Win VC. And the whole objective of Win VC is to hopefully try and accelerate the trajectory of women venture capital investors. I want to have a positive impact, and I want to be able to help if I can. My values around integrity and honesty and all that sort of stuff, transparency, things like that, are really, really important to me. But what I've found interesting is that this is the job where, out of everything that I've ever done, where that's been valued the most by a long way.